morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. Come to you live from the Go Live Vegas studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. Seeing there on the screen, the big three is right there for me. Your left, Mr. Matt Mullen. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. In the middle, I don't know why he got the middle seat, but we give it to him anyway. Mr. Thomas Burnett. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
Good. I think I'm going to name you Notebook Burnett. And of course, the man who is warming up for a show today like nobody else can. He is simply known as the Chief.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are we doing today?
Doing very well. And as you can see, everybody, I am not in studio. I am back in Lake Havasu. Last night, I hosted an event, a nonprofit organization called the Closed Closet, where they help those who need a hand up in their life. And I'm in their building, which is in the process of being finished up. We had a great event last night. So I'm here back in basically my second home, Lake Havasu. I'll be doing Aaron's Hour at noon from here as well. But enough about all that. I'll talk about the Closed Closet, but I'm so happy and good to see my friends that we could talk about wrestling the next couple of hours. Gentlemen, give me something good for the week for yourself. Give me some good news. What'd you guys do this past week?
Work.
Well, there you have it. Yes, Brandon, we are the true bloodline. That's a good point. Matt, how about you? How was your week?
Full of idiots.
Oh, I can't wait for story time. Oh, this is going to be good. Chief, how was your week, sir?
My week was outstanding. And
I heard it was tumbling.
hold on. Mr. Producer, can I get a close-up, please?
Oh, do we have the Chief cam working? Yeah, look at that arm.
How's that? There you go, Brandon. There's the bloodline right there, brother. I'm doing fine. Doing fine.
Good. You got to tell Liz to take it easy on you next time.
Yeah, no, Sandy.
They're all the twos, and she forgot the one stare.
And I went ass over head.
I didn't know that part of the story, that there were only two stairs and he missed one of them.
Well, that was just made up on
He just missed the first one and then tumbled down the rest.
Well, the good news is a 500 average gets you in the Hall of Fame somewhere in baseball, so you're good, Chief.
Yeah,
all right,
buddy.
We got a packed show, folks. We have lots of news and notes around the world of professional wrestling, returns, signees, you name it. But first, Chief, what are we up to first?
Story time with Matt.
It is now story time with the enforcer, Mad Mo.
All right, I got a funny one. It was kind of disgusting, but funny to me because I'm twisted now, so whatever. But I was at work.
2 steps.
And I was watching the cameras. And I see this guy on the 3rd floor, and he's, like, looking around all suspicious. And I was like, all right, let's see what this idiot's about to do. Then all of a sudden, he pulls his pants down, and I'm like, nah, let me run to the 3rd floor. And then he finished what he was doing as I was, like, getting up there. And I was like, so what the hell do you think you were doing? And he was like, it was an emergency. And I was like, go clean your shit up.
Literally
like,
and figuratively.
He's like, you want me to what? And I was like,
Clean it
pick it up or jail. Which one would you like?
Jeez.
And then I hit the corner and see where he did it. And I was like, by the way, next time you do this, can you go poop with the other buffalo in a field? That was the most crap I've seen come out of a human being. But then he cleaned it up all mad and then he left.
Wow. Well, at least he cleaned it up. I mean, that's a good thing.
And then another crazy one, just because it was funny. We have the outside bar at Heart Attack Grill.
Right.
And this older bum with no shirt on just started humping one of the bar stools. And I was like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, come outside and I'll kill you. I was like, say less. So I started going out the door, and he realized I was coming out the door and, like, bolted across Las Vegas Boulevard.
Wow. Was he humping the seat of the stool or the leg, or a leg of the stool?
The chair part.
Oh, my God. That's terrible. But I got to tell you something. I love listening to the stories, man, because it makes my life so much better.
I only have one thing to say. Only in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Probably.
Story time with Matt.
There's a new saying: "What happens in Vegas goes on Thoughts Count anywhere."
Oh, I love it. I love it. By the way, Brandon has a question for you, Chief, before we get started. Did Chief come up with a new dance craze called the Misstep and Fall?
No, it's called the 1, 2, 3.
The 1, 2,
It's such
3.
It's
The
such a
one-
choreographed maneuver. You can only do it once every 3 months because you have to recover.
Right. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. All right, gentlemen, what do you say we get started with some wrestling news? What do you think?
Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Let's do it. Let's talk about some rumors. I hear voices. This has been all over the internet now for a number of weeks, ever since Triple H officially took over. Bray Wyatt is reportedly closer than ever, whatever the hell that means, to possibly making a return to the WWE. Gentlemen, let's start around the horn, Mr. Matt.
Dear God, I hope he comes back. They're bringing everybody else we wanted to see back just about. But he's like the main one everybody wants. If Triple H is listening to the fans, we better see Bray Wyatt a lot sooner than later.
Well, he's always said it's all about what's best for business, right, Thomas? Your thoughts?
I'm excited. Hopefully he does come back. With Triple H in charge, the sky's the limit with Bray.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt was a Triple H creation down in NXT.
Good point. Chief, how about you, sir?
You know, as we were talking before the show went on, I think there's a lot of wrestlers that were let go from WWE, who some of them hopefully will come back. And as Thomas alluded to, I think Bray Wyatt and probably Johnny Gargano are the two biggest. Hopefully that'll come back on TV.
I agree with you. Gargano's name has also been hot about coming back as well.
I mean, that's just my thought, you know. And
So-
and with Johnny hopefully coming back, as I said to Thomas driving over this morning, I wonder if Candace will come back also.
I don't see why not. If Scarlett and Kevin are back, Karrion, which I guess he's back to Karrion officially, and Scarlett are back together, why not? My question is, and actually Brandon put it in the chat room before I could speak it. How do you bring Bray Wyatt back? Do you bring back as the Fiend? Do you bring him back as Bray? How would you guys, if you guys have the pencil, as they say, how would you guys bring back Bray?
I'd bring him back and just Bray at first to make people clamor for the Fiend.
Okay.
How dare you steal my answer?
But no Firefly Funhouse, right? No more of that stuff for now.
Hell no. Bring him back as like Spooky Bray when he first got called up.
You know, looking at the creativity that we've had the last 2 weeks already, I say just bring Bray back and let Bray do what Bray does best, and Bray run it by Triple H and then put it on TV.
Yeah?
Yep.
And let us stand by.
Yep.
Well,
Agree completely.
Yeah, I think if they keep it, obviously they're going to keep it hush-hush like they have so far. I think many people are going to clamor for the Fiend. I like the idea, though, of bringing Bray back as Bray, maybe even as the Eater of the Worlds like he originally came up as, and then eventually the way that Finn Balor does the Demon periodically, maybe we see the Fiend. But you're right, Chief. I mean, his mind actually, you all said the same thing. His mind is so great that I'm sure whatever he has in mind with Triple H, if it's best for business and it's going to get the best pop, then he's probably going to give him full reign to do whatever he wants to do, I would bet.
You know, I got an interesting thought.
Okay.
Could there possibly be another faction when and if Bray comes back? Could Bray start another faction in professional wrestling?
I was just thinking the same thing. Bring back a new Wyatt family. But now the question would be, who would we want to see in the Wyatt family? Who would be a good fit?
That's a great point, but here's the question. You have the Judgment, you have the Bloodline. Do we really need another bad faction?
Who said they had to be bad?
Do you expect Bray Wyatt and The Fiend to be a face?
Fans are going to cheer him anyway. Just let him be like a tweener. Go do whatever he wants.
Okay.
Good morning, William.
Matt, how about you, sir?
I don't know who I'd currently put in the Wyatt family if that was a thing. But if they're going to bring back anybody, it makes sense to bring back Braun Strowman because that's like probably one of the dumbest releases in years.
The one thing, the reason I thought about it was some little bird mentioned to us a while back that it would be interesting to see at least a tag team in the WWE. Who else they could add to it? Braun would be a great one. I don't disagree with you. That would be outstanding. What about Ciampa?
Yeah, Ciampa would be a good fit for the Wyatt family, yeah.
As soon as he gets rid of the Miz,
Miz.
I was going to say he's got to get rid of the Miz colors first.
I think he started doing that this past week when he had the elegant robe on that he wore to the ring.
There you go. Let's talk about another rumor. Let's go back to the tag team discussion, but on the women's side, now that the tournament has started, rumor is that Sasha and Naomi will return and take part in the tournament for the women's tag team titles. Gentlemen?
I don't think they'll be in the tournament. I think they're going to show up after the tournament and say, we are the rightful champs. You got to beat us to be the champs.
Interesting. Gentlemen?
Well, go
ahead.
ahead, Matt. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll say I kind of hope they would come out like during the finals with the actual tag belts and be like, y'all trying to win these?
If I remember right, I thought that all the teams, the 8 teams have been set already for the tournament.
They have been, yes.
They can, but a couple of them can get attacked backstage. And
Well, I was going to
Like
say,
Zoe and Nikita.
like, we need another tag team. Who are we going to get?
Like Zoe and Nikita.
well, no, what I was going to say was, who was going to get injured and fall out of the tournament so that Naomi and Sasha could
Whatever
come back.
team Natalia's on.
Hey, I don't care.
Natalia and Sonia. Because they'll facing, because Natalia and Sonia next week are facing Zoe and Nikita.
Well, I think Natalia's going to get her ass whooped next week.
There you go. All right. It'll be interesting to see, though. I kind of like the idea, even the winners of the tournament, and then have Naomi and Sasha come out holding the belts like Matt suggested as a picture, and have those make it it'll end up being a number one contenders match of sorts to take on Sasha and Naomi. But it'll be interesting to see how they feed them in because supposedly they're signed, supposedly they're coming back. Let's just see how Triple H has the mind to do it. All right, no surprise on this one. The last rumor we want to talk about, WWE, huge plans for Mr. Cross. I think everybody should be excited about that, don't you think?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Take my money.
It's almost crazy how entertaining WWE has been in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Do you think
With Triple H in charge. Huh?
Go ahead, Chief.
I heard an interesting comment driving in this morning on my other favorite show, 9227. Triple H, the people that have been brought back to the roster so far, Triple H knows how creative they are. They were pushed up to the main roster. And as Mark Henry said this morning, Vince liked to be creative with his people. That was in the business with Vince. Vince didn't really know what to do with Carrion as far as storyline to go farther. Of course, Scarlett wasn't there. As Mark said this morning, you look at the team that came back last night on SmackDown, and Karrion and Scarlett coming back, Triple H knows them, knows how creative they are, knows that they do it the right way. That's why they were asked to come back into WWE with nothing at all being held as far as what was in the past is in the past. I'm stepping up to the plate saying, we want you back. This is what we want to give you. This is what we expect from you. And that's the right way to do it. In my mind, that's Triple H stepping up with a set of balls, doing what's best for business.
I want to give a big shout out to our friend Jamie Palmer. Welcome back to the chat room, my bud. We appreciate you. But Jamie actually brings up a pretty interesting point. I was thinking it as he wrote it, and I'll get your feedback on this as we get ready to go to break, guys. Jamie said, I want to know if Hunter lost a bet or something, bringing back the less talented members of, using his word, shit row. And I say that because, thank you. Oh, I got a delayed button all the way in Lake Havasu. Anyway,
They beat across state lines.
That's right. It's an international state. Right. So AJ Francis, right? He's one of them?
Yeah, top dollar.
So I liked him very much on that show, Hunting for WWE Treasures. I thought he did a pretty good job there. I know him best for that than what Hit Row ever did in NXT. So I don't see the fire in these guys coming back, but that's just me. Gentlemen, I'll get your thoughts after this. We got to get to a break real quickly. Want to thank everybody for tuning in and making us part of your Saturday. A quick reminder, 702-329-6947. Press the number 1 to call in, 1-855-502-4321. Get your comments as they're rolling through Twitter using hashtag ThoughtsCountAnywhere. Chat room, those on YouTube, send us a message. I'm coming to you live from the Closed Closet at 1968 Mesquite Avenue here in Lake Havasu. Those who help those who need a hand up. Anyway, thank you for watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit-ya-hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Coming to you live, for the most part, 75% of us live at the Go Live Vegas studios in Las Vegas. Appreciate your comments in the chat room, Jamie. We appreciate everybody watching. Hashtag Thoughts Count Anywhere on Twitter. Send us those tweets. YouTube, send us messages. Facebook, you guys are hot and heavy. We always appreciate it. We still would love to hear your voice. Give us a call, 702-329-6947. Press the number 1 in chief. Why should they do that? I saw his mouth move, but I didn't hear anything.
I can only be as good as I can be because the chief said so.
There you go. All right, very good. But it was a good pantomime, though. I loved it. That was good.
I tried hard. I was about ready to take my false teeth out and gum it, man.
I was just going to ask.
That might work, you know. So
I hate to say this, and please don't make up for it next week when I'm back in studio, but I miss seeing the teeth coming out. I got to tell you, I miss seeing that live.
Well, they're there.
You're not missing much.
Yeah.
You're not missing.
Don't encourage them.
Hey, anyway, good morning to Brandy. Good morning to Jamie.
Yes.
Jamie. Good morning to Ron Young. Mr. Will at TRC down in Florida. Good morning to you also, sir. And
Absolutely.
Brandon, as always, good morning to you.
By the way, while everybody's in there, please use the comment line. If there's somebody you know that really should be watching, please tag them or share our link with them. Put it on social media all over the place. We greatly appreciate it. Let's talk about returns. Another one, by the way, that kind of surprised everybody. I thought was kind of weird, but the supposed return of one Dexter Lumis returning to Raw under fan situation. What do you guys think of that return?
They did it in a good, subtle way. Makes you think, what the hell just happened?
I thought a fan was trying to get into the ring or something.
Yeah, I didn't even.
I saw the hoodie and I was like, that dude's kind of big. And then he like lifted his head up and I was like, oh shit.
He had his own ticket. All right. So everything was legal. It was a good storyline. I'm glad to see eventually he's going to be coming back to the big stage. I think, for a while he was the carry down at NXT.
Yeah?
Besides Johnny and a couple of the other fellas down there. So I'm glad to see another one that Triple H has faith in and brought him back.
It was just weird with the way it was all they just set up Lumis as being like detained because AJ was just standing in the ring forever doing nothing. And I'm like, okay, is somebody coming out to attack him? Well, what the hell's going on? It just seemed so awkward. They're just standing there.
Well, he's giving him the stare.
So do you think the brewing storyline could be with Dexter and AJ, or is there something else up Triple H's sleeve for Dexter? What do you think?
Maybe he stalks Theory. Bring back that storyline from NXT.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
What if Theory wins the belt, one of the belts? He cashes in. He's still got the case, right?
Yes.
Okay, my 3/4 is here.
Yeah.
So he's still got the case. So he cashes the case in, and then it would make sense what you just said. He starts stalking his butt. Yeah, I like that. That's a good storyline.
Do you really think Theory's going to really ever successfully cash in that case for a title?
I hope so. I hope so because I'm going to ask Matt. Matt's pretty up on the WWE. Do you think that they wouldn't let Theory cash it in because of him being Vince's boy, or they're going to continue it and let him cash it in because of Vince's boy?
I think if they split the belts, like the rumors going around that they are, I think he has a better chance. If they keep it as the undisputed one belt, I don't know.
It's a great point.
Yeah, if they split the belts, Theory can win one of them, but I don't see him carrying both belts. He's not there yet. Maybe if they keep the briefcase on him for a few more months and build him up and just forget about him being Vince's boy and make him more serious, then we'll see where it goes.
Now with the returns happening, if they really want to get Theory heat, Drew McIntyre is going to be like the biggest star at Clash at the Castle.
Oh, yeah.
If he was to beat Roman Reigns and then Theory cashes in Drew McIntyre's own place and wins that belt, people will go nuclear.
They would have to get Theory like serious security to protect his ass.
But Theory being champion makes it a lot easier for the person we really want as champion to become champion.
Do we see? So I guess the interesting thing would be: do we see Karrion going against Theory if Theory wins the belt, or does Karrion go against Roman and beat Roman?
It would be a way bigger impact if he beat Roman.
It would be, but I think Drew's winning the title. I think Drew's dethroning Roman at Clash of the Castle. Because they're building this up. Drew needs his time to shine.
So
he had that moment. He was going to get that moment 2 years ago. But then the world took a weird turn, and he didn't get his moment.
So do they split the? So if Drew wins the belts, do they split the belts after that?
I don't know how they're going to pull
I
that
don't know
one
how-
off.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, you got any idea how they're going to split the belts up?
I'm listening to that, and that's something that is a mystery at this point, unless somehow Paul Heyman somehow gets involved in convincing Roman to, you know what, Tribal Chief, you got these 2 belts, and we know you're the champ, and you know what, heavy workload, whatever he can come up with, is really the only way. I mean, they built this undisputed title to be such a big thing that I have to say, almost in a way, can they really afford to split the belts? And let's face it, they're only thinking about splitting the belts because one of the networks wants a champion on their TV screen, and that's the USA Network.
It all depends on how much influence USA has. If they push really hard, they'll get what they want.
Absolutely. By the way, I just want to give a shout out again to Jamie's in there. Brandon's mentioning in there. Want to listen, folks, if we don't get to mention you on the air, please understand that there's a little delay in my feedback to the studio for me to thank you all for all your comments and read them. But we appreciate it. I will do my best, as the guys will, to mention your comment and give you the love that you deserve. Well, my question about Triple H and all that he's doing, gentlemen, right now he's the new car smell. WWE smells great with all the changes in the last couple of weeks, but anybody who's owned a brand new car, that pre-owned smell goes away. Are we simply enjoying a honeymoon period with Triple H for what he's doing, and maybe in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, talk a very different story? What do you guys think?
I don't think so, because he has a track record in NXT. He
Okay.
booked NXT really well, so I don't see why he can't do the same thing on the main roster.
I never got tired of the black and gold version of NXT. That was my favorite wrestling show all week.
I think that my thought is, you have to remember when Triple H came up in professional wrestling.
I knew this was going to turn into Killer Kowalski or something.
I think it was, wasn't it called the Attitude Era or something like that?
Yeah.
Huh? So maybe it's going to go back to some of that Attitude Era where they don't give a shit.
Not in 2022, it ain't.
Well, it might. You never know. They could push the envelope to a certain limit.
I've read somewhere that they expect more violent storylines from Triple H.
Well, you look at.
I'd rather see the more violent version than the hands coming out of people and that kind of dumb craziness.
But you
I want to see violence.
But you look at Karrion and
violence.
That's violence.
Karrion wakes up and chooses violence daily.
Well,
it's like a vitamin for him.
Yeah. Well, almost. Almost.
But you're right. I think I'd rather see the action that way. You're right. The seeing Mae Young give birth to a hand to Mark Henry.
Not
Absolutely.
that part of Attitude Era. Hell no.
If you ever actually go back and watch the Attitude Era now, it doesn't age very well.
No, it does. You're right. It does not know.
You go back and beat the shit out of
Like
each
back
other.
then, it was cool. If you go back and watch it now, you're like, I thought that was good.
You know, like when China beat up the guy that owns the garage down in Florida and the guy that
Briscoe?
No, huh? Yeah,
Briscoe and Patterson?
She beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I want to see. Okay, that type of attitude.
A womanly man beating up two old men.
Hell yeah.
Well, that could go to Raquel.
You're right.
Make Raquel the next China.
Oh, and that's been didn't that come up like or so ago? They're trying to do that with her to. like a China strength or Beth. I'd rather have Beth Phoenix than, and I love China, but
there was somebody that dressed up and did the makeup and has the dark black, jet black hair like China. That did that was was on the internet. Two people come to mind. Raquel's one, and Indy Hartwell.
Well, I think. Go ahead, Thomas.
Go ahead. I don't know about Indy.
Well, they're the two biggest women in WWE. Okay, I mean height wise. Okay,
I'd go more Raquel than Indy.
I think
Why not Rhea Ripley?
I think Raquel and her partner's going to win the belts myself. So I don't know.
I think it's good. No, I think the champs are going to be.
Raquel and Rhea are the two biggest ones in that company.
Well, as Aaron just alluded to, Rhea could make sense too.
I forgot about Rhea for the moment. Yeah,
I think she's already kind of there, given the way she dresses as part of Judgment Day in the black and the leather, and obviously what she's been doing to dominate the last couple of weeks in that story. You kind of see her taking that dominant nature, and maybe it's exponentially different than what China was back in the Attitude Era. But I think right now Rhea Ripley is the one that's probably being presented as the strong, mighty female of the roster until somebody else knocks her off.
Listen to this exponentially.
Listen,
I think with Triple H and Stephanie's past with China, no one's ever gonna be called the next China in WWE.
I don't think so.
Well, no, they won't. They won't say it out loud, but us old school fans will know it.
I hear the word China and I just ignore the rest of the conversation.
I just want to acknowledge, Jamie, is anyone else getting echo when Aaron Phillips talks? I am in a building that is housing a new nonprofit called Closed Closet. And
come out of the closet.
Hey.
The echo might go away. I don't know what you're implying, trying to get rid of the echo.
We're trying to check on it right now.
But that's on this end because
he said
the office is not complete. So
we've been told it's very slight.
Okay.
So don't.
Or is that closet in the middle of the Grand Canyon?
So in other words, don't sweat the small shit.
No, I just want to make sure it doesn't interfere with my audio. Okay, with that, we're a few minutes late, everybody. It's everybody's favorite item at this time in the show. It is time for the Chiefs Rant.
Good morning, everyone. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. I'm going to talk about a topic that was supposed to go under our pop culture topic, but I'm going to get it started now.
Uh-oh.
So neener. Anyway, on my fantasy football baseball team. See, I'm so upset about this. I'm flabbergasted.
Oh, flabbergasted. That's a multi-syllabic word.
How do you like that one? Flabbergasted. Damn, my teeth. Wait a minute, I got to put my teeth back in.
Put it back in.
Okay. Anyway, on my fantasy baseball team, I kept him on my roster all year. I survived him getting injured, not playing, okay? And now it comes out yesterday that the 23-year-old phenomenon, Mr. Tatis with the San Diego Padres, gets an 80-game suspension for using a drug-enhancing something or other. I don't know what the hell it was exactly. But a PED. But evidently he came out, and I haven't read the story, but glimpses of it. Evidently, he came out and said that he was in the wrong, that he should have gone to the appropriate people to be able to use appropriate medicines. That only had 2 syllables. Anyway, proper medicines to help with his treatment instead of the drug he used. But he did apologize, okay? Lesson learned, I hope, for the young man. I am pissed off that I'll lose him for probably the first month of next season and then some. But, you know, in my mind, he's still going to be a superstar, even though he's admitted to it. And I applaud him for admitting to it. I think some of the old-timers that didn't admit to it, who aren't in the Hall of Fame, you know, maybe take a lesson learned. And, you know, the Padres, I mean, shit, with Tatis and you know, Soto and Ramirez, that's going to be a hell of a 3, 4, and 5 next year. I got to admit that when they all get together. So that's the Chiefs rant today. Over and out.
Excellent, Chief. Let me read the article, the first couple of paragraphs from the New York Post regarding Tatis. This is from John Heyman, very respected sports reporter. Not so long ago, the brightest star in baseball, Fernando Tatis Jr., has turned out to be a fool who thinks, quote, everyone else is just as big a fool. Tatis was busted by MLB using an anabolic steroid and reacted by issuing a statement that would only fly if 100% illiteracy or everyone's internet was permanently down. Here's the information. Tatis said,
Great.
Tatis said he inadvertently took the performance-enhancing drug called Clostebol, Clostebol, to treat ringworm. And apparently either he, his agent, or his marketing guy thought the world would mistake Clostebol, the synthetic anabolic steroid he was caught with, for Clobestol, an over-the-counter drug used to treat skin ailments such as eczema and psoriasis. It is not prescribed for skin defects or ringworm. So it's a shame that he did it. It's a shame. Look, certain things will always give a black eye to baseball. We know that. And Chief and I were talking about before we went on the air. Everybody knows I'm a huge Yankee fan. A-Rod, with what he did, with all that way he handled that, was a disgrace to the New York Yankees as far as I'm concerned. The fact that he's kind of been given a pass because of the time he had with J-Lo, which no longer exists. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, A-Rod was a sham for the way he handled it. Just like the names you mentioned before, Chief, the guy from Palmeiro. He stood in front of a congressional hearing and said, at no time did I ever take before. And then a week later, he's tested and, magically, there it is. But this story for Tatis, man, this right here could very well, in my opinion, do damage to his career down the line. Just one man's opinion.
As we say, stupid is as stupid does.
Well,
Absolutely.
He'll be booed in every stadium he goes to. Maybe even his home crowd will boo him because he's a dumbass.
And think about it. They traded for Juan Soto.
Yeah.
To get him to go with Machado, to go with Tatis. That was a lineup, those three right there.
Yep.
That would have many murderers row. And now the Padres have to be scratching their head. There's nothing they can do about it unless they pull off a trade of some sort to replace the bat if they choose to.
They're not going to. They will never trade him.
They're not going to get rid of him.
No, not trade. Not trade him, but do some sort of short-term trade to replace his bat in the order.
Well, they can't do it. Well, there's no more trades right now. You can't trade anybody.
It's behind. It's past the trade.
The deadline.
I know.
The deadline.
Put somebody on waivers.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. There are ways to do it. It's been done before, especially ahead of September. Okay, I just want to get that in. But, Chief, great point.
That's okay.
I'm glad you brought it up.
That's okay. You know, I look at it. The thought that came to my mind with him doing what he did, okay, using that drug, how the hell do you make that mistake? Using an anabolic steroid for ringworm.
They don't care. He doesn't care.
Well, no.
If you're to put steroids on ringworm, wouldn't that make the worm grow?
I've got a different viewpoint that I just want to say. It almost reminds me of a certain woman who is in a Russian prison now that said, "Oops, I forgot I had it in my bag." All right? I'm going to say it again. Stupid is as stupid does. And that is the Chief over and out. Send comments to the Chief at Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Courtesy from Twitter, Deb at Deborah Megan 19 says, tonight she will be in row 4 behind the Padres dugout tonight. She's going to die because she will not see Tatis. Sorry, Deb, but thank you for your comment. There was a comment, by the way, our good buddy Ronald wanted to let us know that speaking of baseball, the Savannah Bananas are champions
you got to bring
again.
that shit up again, don't you? The Savannah Bananas.
Say that 3 times fast.
It's either that or thrusters, whatever you want to do. Thrustbusters. We can do anything you want.
Thrustbusters for life.
There you go. We need a new shirt there, Matt.
On it.
Let's get back to again. Those sending messages, keep them coming. We appreciate you sharing your thoughts. Better yet, call in 702-229-6947. If we don't read your comment, just call the fuck in. That's right. I said it from Lake Havasu. Call the fuck in. That's right. Because the Chief said so. God damn it. Okay, that's really good when you can do that. It kind of helps you out a little bit.
It makes you feel better.
It does. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
Triple H is starting to give back wrestlers their last names. Thing or not? What do you think?
Yeah. I think so.
I like it. It's weird, like when these people have these names for like years, and all of a sudden they're like, nah, now it's just Joe, or it's just this, or it's just that.
I think you're going to get your favorite one back. I don't think she's.
Does he still go by as Bliss?
I don't think she's. I don't think.
Still Alexa Bliss.
I don't think she's going to be called Dewdrop anymore.
I will walk right off this set if you ever say anything silly like that again.
Her name's
Chief, share the news.
It came out. Triple H has already talked to her and asked her if she wants to use her real name instead of Dewdrop.
Oh, Piper Niven.
Piper Niven. Yep. Yeah.
That's the next name on the.
And you've always said that you would rather not hear Dewdrop and let her use her real name.
If there's like 60 women on that roster, she's my 59th favorite.
So now it's going to happen. Nadia must be the 60th. So now it's going to happen.
No, that's Nikki ASH. She's on the fucking bottom.
She's going to hopefully get her, be able to use Paige again. Which
Aaron,
I think I
Piper
think it's right.
Niven.
Yeah.
Aaron, could you put that tweet back up, please?
Different person.
I think that's the right way to go.
Aaron, please.
Hey, what's up, Miss Jen? How you doing, hon? Good morning from Hawaii.
There you go. Thank
dear.
you, Aaron. I want to mention this tweet from Matt Leach coming in from Twitter. And again, we talk about baseball. Why? Because our thoughts do count anywhere. Matt says, same mentality as the players. They are playing. We don't need him to win. Would he help? Of course. But he needs to take his time to grow up. When he comes back, he owes the players, fans, and organization the biggest apology. At Padres, we ride. Let's win this shit. Hashtag LFGSD. Thank you, Matt. That's I love the part grow up in there because you have to know. I don't care whether you're relying on a doctor or this. You have to know what you're putting in your body at all times. And if you blame somebody else, a la Barry Bonds, then shame on you. So Jamie Palmer, before we go to break, says the following, and this is for Aaron. The censor are sitting there going, fuck, hit the button faster.
Yes.
That is the best comment of the day.
That wins the comment of the day. With that, we're going to take this time. Let's go to our break of the first hour, gentlemen, as we get ready to wrap up the first. We will be back with more Thoughts Count Anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
What's up, boys? I'm Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching the Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy!
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Devari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning, Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
Back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. I'm Aaron Phillips down in Lake Havasu City. I'm at the home of the Clothes Closet here in Las Vegas, a facility that helps those who need a hand up in their community. We're located at 1968 Mesquite Avenue here in Lake Havasu City. Come on down. My Aaron's Hour show will be here at the top of the noon hour. We're going to do live from here as well. So if you're in the Lake Havasu area and you are within the sound of my voice, please come on down and join us here live at the facility. Check it out as we bring light to what's going on in Lake Havasu. 702-329-6947. Press the number 1. Give us a call. Hashtag Count Anywhere.
If you get abducted, we know why.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Jamie, God bless you. Listen, I think we need to do some sort of certificate or something when we award the best thought of the day. But so far, Jamie Palmer wins today. What do you guys think? That was a great line.
Definitely agree.
All right. What's next on the list? Charlotte Flair is going to be the next guest on Broken Skull Session. First time she's going to be on any type of WWE programming now for what, close to a month? Your thoughts on her being a guest there?
Longer than a month, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it should be interesting. Listen to how she was brought up and what it was like being the daughter of Ric Flair without him being around.
She had a nice vacation, well deserved. She got married, then she was down in Nashville, see her father wrestle, and you know, it'll be interesting. You know, a second generation wrestler. It'll be interesting to see what it was like her growing up, basically in the wrestling business. And
sure.
You know, Stone Cold's gonna have fun, you know, asking her the questions. So
yeah.
I think it's going to be great. Maybe she'll drink a beer with him too. Who the hell knows?
Who knows? Let me ask you a question. Now that Bayley's back with her action. Who knows who else is coming back? How do you see WWE bringing Charlotte Flair back? How do they bring her back after all of this? Where do they put her in, Matt? What do you think?
With a bang.
I think she'll end up on SmackDown because Raw got like a pretty good push of people now. But I think she'll get involved in the Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey storyline. She'll probably put right back into the title picture like automatically.
Is that what's best for business for them to do that with her?
Charlotte is like the female Hulk Hogan, so no matter what she does, she's always going to be either at the very top of the card or in the title picture.
It's a good point. Chief?
You think Naomi and Sasha will go back to SmackDown?
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting with Ronda and Charlotte and Sasha and Liv.
Make for some good television.
Yeah, it will.
Absolutely.
And Scarlett's there, too. Can't forget about Scarlett.
Well, if Sasha and Naomi win the belts back, they can go anywhere they want. So.
I don't think they're going to win.
I wonder if Triple H is actually going to let her wrestle finally.
Who's that?
Scarlett.
At some point, right?
I don't know if she...
Cross did do an interview and said he wants a mixed tag match of him and Scarlett versus Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss.
I don't...
Inside Hell in a Cell.
I don't know.
Take my money.
I don't know necessarily if she really wants to come back as a wrestler or continue to do the storylines that they're doing now. I think the Smoke showed. Is that what it was called, the Smoke Show? I think those days are over. So we'll have to wait and see. We know people that know people.
Good morning, Ryan. Let's see. Jamie asked. Someone asked Jamie. He brings this up as an interesting point. We were talking about factions before. Cross and Scarlett joining Judgment Day.
No.
I can't see in a world where Finn Balor can be the leader of Karrion Kross.
Neither can
That's a good point.
I guess they could get rid of Finn like they did Eggs and put Cross in there.
Are you guys buying into this Brood-like thing that Edge has coming again? Buying into that?
No.
No.
Like the storyline is going on with like him and the Mysterios. Like everyone knew it was an accident. And Dominic's like flipping out about it now. Now it's only a matter of time before he turns.
Yeah, he'll be in Judgment Day soon.
He'd be like, "You accidentally speared me. I'm turning into a bad guy." Meh.
It's like, you got pushed from behind, dumbass. That's why he speared you.
Well, didn't they primarily get rid of Dominic for a while so that Edge and Ray can team together, bring back their days as a tag team during this run before Ray retires?
Well, they didn't really get rid of Dominic. He's just getting his ass beat by Rhea.
But they've taken him off TV effectively by what's happening with Edge all of a sudden being there. You don't think that's a storyline to get him off TV so that Edge can come in with Ray and face the Judgment Day?
No, because Dominic's still a center point in the storyline. They're beating the shit out of him to get under Ray's skin.
Okay.
It's kind of funny that makes it look like Rhea has some kind of like huge vendetta against Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, she's just kicking his ass all over the place.
That was the funniest thing I've seen on TV in a minute, where Ray has like this huge party, and she literally kidnaps Dominic Mysterio out of this room. As like 40 people watch this go on. Nobody intervenes.
Nope.
Nobody does nothing.
Not even his own sister.
And just stand there.
Yeah. His own sister.
That's crazy.
His own sister gets a pie face and just doesn't care. She must be jealous of him.
That was great.
I was looking up to see how long Christian's contract was with the AEW. In response to your comment about the Brood, if it was really going to be brought back, I think WWE would have to bring Christian back and Gangrel back, and unfortunately Christian signed with AEW through 2024.
But just the presentation for him alone seems to be very Brood-like. And if that's what they're trying to do, I guess the question is, how long can that entrance go on? Ronald brought up something interesting, which I read the article as well. Did you all see where Ric Flair passed out twice because of dehydration during his match? And that's a pretty dangerous situation. I read his comments, and yeah, that's tough.
That's why Taker made him drink 2 Gatorades after the show.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I want to do a couple of quick hits as we wrap up hour number 1. Undertaker will hold his next One Dead Man show September 2nd at the New Theater in Cardiff, the day before Clash at Castle, which, by the way, is Saturday, Saturday, September 3rd, Labor Day weekend. I believe it's 10 a.m. local time. Is that correct? Something like that in the morning, guys?
Could be.
I'll have to look it up. I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay, way to stay on top of it. Next.
I have no freaking idea.
Doesn't matter. We don't have to watch it live. We can
You're
just
in the
watch it on demand.
closet. Figure it out.
Hey, I have so much room in here. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to have it on in the studio there because I believe it's going to be on 10 a.m. local time. Okay, WrestleMania tickets now on sale for next year. I know Sam messaged me, our good friend Sam from New Jersey. He's already got his ticket for him and April to attend. Any idea? I didn't look at ticket prices. Any idea as to how much ticket prices are for WrestleMania?
Chief looked them up. He can tell you.
They're too damn expensive for me.
It's like for decent seats for both nights, like $400 to $600
Per night or total?
total.
Wow. Well, that's still cheaper than seeing Adele in Las Vegas. Anyway, 2K confirms WWE 2K23.
Yes.
Matt,
Yes.
you're a gamer, so.
Matt's excited about. I'll tell you what. I'll spend the $60 for the game for Matt because I know he's excited about it.
Those games are always fun. The 2K20 was like a horrible game.
How much those games cost now? $60?
Yeah, they're about 60, but
it
like
60?
the deluxe version of the WWE game's 100.
Which one you want? The deluxe?
Yeah.
I'll get it for you for Christmas.
Oh, sweet. Hopefully they had some like
I'll tell Liz to get it.
Crazier stuff to it.
She's got the PayPal account, not me.
Nice.
Hey, you know what? She ain't been in the room yet today. That's good.
You just jinxed it. We give it less than 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
That's right.
As soon as we come back from the first break, we'll have Liz.
Hey, anyway, while we're before we go to second hour, I just want to shout out Mr. William Hudson, Mr. Ben Bowman, Top Rope Collectibles, Tuesday nights, 4:30 p.m. my time, 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast. Check them out; they're good people.
Absolutely, we thank them. We thank them for their support, and of course,
we lost the host.
And I think we just lost Mr. Aaron. So, pardon me?
So, Mr. Producer, do you want to head off to the break?
Yes, we can go to commercial for the second hour and try to get some audio back.
He's hanging himself in that closet. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second hour of Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Navarre. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, can you hear us?
All right, excellent. I can hear you. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Hey,
you only have...
Mr. Host.
Yes.
I have this little phone here, this real little thing. At least I know how to not mute myself.
I'm not on the phone there.
Duh.
Not on my phone, smart ass.
That's
on my headset.
That's still
different stuff.
Still, it's electronics, sir.
Hey, just put up Chief's toy and we'll talk about it.
You don't mute yourself.
There's no mute button on a stick.
Yeah, that's right. There ain't no mute button on a stick.
Bang it.
You're damn right.
Brandon said the best part of the show was losing the host.
I know. I appreciate that. Brandon, you're going to be banned, buddy, before you know it. Anyway, but
second best comment of the day.
No, here's another one. Jamie says the mime edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere brought to you courtesy of Aaron Phillips. So that. By the way, Chief.
In the closet.
Chief, 10:03 p.m. Pacific time. Somebody by the name of Elizabeth Miller's now in the chat room. You
That's
got
fine.
your wish.
I called it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but he said p.m. 10:03 p.m.
That's good. I haven't seen her though. Is she still here or what?
Oh, she's out there. She just popped into the chat room.
Hey, I thought you was going grocery shopping. What the heck?
Well, you forgot about the downloadable app, right?
Yeah, how's Sandy doing?
My sister's doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Anyway. I showed my battle wound.
There you go. All right, gentlemen, let's get rocking and rolling. Let's thank everybody. Let's thank everybody for coming in to watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hour number 2, 702-329-6947. All right, let's finish up a couple of, let's switch to AEW a little bit before we go back to the other items. What is Chief doing? Is he doing jumping jacks over there?
No, he dropped his run sheet.
And he's talking about me on how to handle stuff. Okay. He's doing.
That's it. All right.
There it is.
I'm ready for the second hour. Let's go.
How much money are you sending to people this week to buy your video?
$1.250.
And you're throwing in that.
and 2 cases of WD-40. Plus my exercise video. And,
all right,
and my wooden toy.
Now you've just upped the
bundle
ante there, didn't you?
And then I may make some teeth up.
Oh no, nobody wants that.
And send them.
No, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like this game anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. We don't want that. No teeth.
Wood indentures went out with George Washington, so let's not do that.
Well, I'm old as dirt, so.
Well, there you go. All right.
Hey, we need a good laugh,
Absolutely.
Laughing's medicine.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to it, gentlemen. Let's go to hour number. Let's go to the second hour stuff first. AEW, ROH. I know there's a few things we left behind on WWE, but let's switch gears. Hey, big return on Dynamite this week, gentlemen. Punk back on TV. Stare down Moxley. Your thoughts?
Sets up All Out. Mox versus Punk unification match.
It was cool. Set up the main event, but nobody saw that coming. I didn't think he was coming back for like months.
Yeah.
The way they were making it even sound at Comic-Con, like he was still like his foot really hurt him.
Yeah, he was still in a walking boot up until like maybe last week.
Yeah. They said he's still kind of like rehabbing it, but he should be good to go. So.
Yeah, he's not gonna wrestle until All Out.
Nah.
They're not gonna put him in the ring.
Aaron, I just messaged you a picture through Messenger. Feel free to put that up so everybody can get my back.
That's right.
Oh,
See, Nick says it right. Chief has George Washington's autograph. You're damn right.
And he got it in person.
Yes.
Yes, he
on
did.
the dentures, right?
Yeah. And I even wore snowshoes.
Wow. Did they
Face
have
uphill.
Did they have snowshoes back
Did you
then?
see what Brandy said? Chief, this is a family show.
This ain't no
That
family.
never mattered.
Yeah, when that happened.
You
Did I
know?
miss something?
So I guess I got to calm down now. You know?
I think it's
I'm
because
going
Liz is in the chat room now.
I'm going to get monotone.
Okay.
What's up? Now, before CM Punk came out, there was a match that took place, though, between going Moxley. The match, guys, I know it was a blood. He broke his nose. Is that correct?
No, he didn't break his nose. He got
Oh, they didn't. I read it.
no broken nose. He got busted open the hard way going into the exposed turnbuckle. So he got busted open the hard way on his forehead.
Oh, okay.
It was a really good match, though. It literally brought the Lionheart.
Yeah, it
and
did.
they put everything into that match. That
Oh.
was a great
It
freaking
was.
main event.
One of the better. And that was the first match of the night, wasn't it?
No.
That was the main event.
Oh, was it the main event?
The first match was Darby and Brody King
That's
in the,
right.
in the
that's-
coffin match.
That shit
that was
was
a good-
crazy.
Take my money. Take
Thank
my
you,
money
Andy.
on
Have a
that
good week,
much.
darling.
They started that way, and I was like, this is really how we're starting this? All right.
Speaking of taking money, Ronda just poured a whole bunch of money on the table for the contract signing.
We don't care.
I read that. Let me ask you a question about AEW, guys. There's been talk over the last couple of weeks about lack of communication with Tony Khan, that he's just the way he was when he started. Your thoughts on him supposedly becoming difficult to work with backstage, according to some of the wrestlers?
His head's probably got it in the size of like 2 cantaloupes by now.
I'm staying hydrated. Anyway. That's why I did it. Anyway, you know, and correct me, guys, you know I get off helter-skelter once in a while. More than once a show. Anyway, the Bucks, Kenny, Cody Rhodes.
Not no more.
Hangman?
No, Hangman. They all bought in
Yeah.
to AEW.
Correct, yeah.
Some part. Is with Cody leaving, and I'll just ask, was Cody the glue that kept it together there?
I'm starting to think so.
And more so than the Bucks and the sweeper.
Yeah, because I think, because Cody cared more about the business side, while Kenny and the Bucks did the creative side.
And I see, and I see with Tony Khan the second coming of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, the end all be all, everything else.
I hate to say it. I hope not, though.
Everything's got to run through
Because
him.
I really hope, and I'll just say it this way. I really hope that the wrestlers stand up and say, you know what, Tony? You're effing up. And we don't need to do it that way. We've got a good product to continue on with what we got. And who the hell knows? Maybe Moxley will just slap the shit out of him.
Maybe Moxley doesn't care because they're not.
I think since Vince was like grown up in the business, it was always just like second nature to him. So when he took over, it was just, this is what we're doing. Tony Khan was a huge wrestling fan. He's basically a mark that took over a wrestling company. And now with all this power, maybe the power is getting to him, or it's just rumors going around. I don't know, but I've met him in person. He's like the freaking nicest dude ever.
Yes. Yeah, I mean.
But
when
as
we
far
met
as
him,
like backstage and how he handles himself,
Yep, breaking news.
Hopefully.
Liz has left the chat.
I did see that.
Liz has left the chat.
Hell yeah!
God help us all.
Sorry, brother. I got it.
Now, I totally agree with what you're saying. You know, what we see on TV could be different from what we're seeing, what we think of behind the scenes, like the experience you had, Matt. But now this leads a little credence to what Jonathan Gresham was saying before his last ROH match, where his frustration was trying to communicate and deal with Tony. So does this whole situation now lend some credence to that conversation or to that topic that Gresham shared when he stepped away from pro wrestling, or at least ROH and AEW?
I think also, too, that AEW has grown so much between like AEW itself and Ring of Honor that Tony Khan trying to do everything by himself is finally caught up to him.
I agree.
Now that he's like put out this press release that he's made like a bunch of new vice presidents and like people in charge of different stuff, so he's finally delegating stuff after 3 years so he can finally take a breath and maybe do what he was originally supposed to be doing instead of trying to do every single thing related to AEW literally by himself. So I'm sure he was just spreading himself too thin and he couldn't literally get to everybody, but now that he has like a talent relations person in charge of event, person in charge of creative, he can finally do the Tony Khan stuff.
That's a great point.
He brought in one of the best guys to help him out if he takes advantage of it. That's William Regal.
Yeah?
But how
that's a great point.
But how much does Regal want to get involved in the backstage creative stuff is the question.
How many years has he been doing it?
What, wrestling? Probably like
30?
It's over 30, yeah.
So he's definitely got the knowledge of how.
Oh, yeah, he definitely,
how the business runs.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's coming out on commentary, you know, doing his shtick on the commentary on the match, which is awesome. He's good at it. But I think realistically, he could be more beneficial to the wrestling community of AEW if he was to go backstage a little bit and help out.
I'm sure he does, because I've heard plenty of interviews of people saying, like, Regal talked to me about this or that or stuff like that, but he did it so many years in NXT that he could possibly just go to AEW and be like, I don't want to do any of that anymore. I just want to be an on-air talent.
Just being burned
But
out.
it's in his blood, so I'm pretty sure he's going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Great point.
I love Regal.
You know, when you're used, like you said, you have that experience, you can't help but want to infuse your thoughts or opinions or suggestions. So even if he officially isn't, I'm sure people are going up to him asking for help, suggestions, and helping those behind the scenes. By the way, I just received a notification from our producer that he has a couple of pictures he would like to present on the air real quickly. So, Mr. Producer, I don't know which one you have first, but
he left the room.
Go ahead.
The producer.
He's not even in here.
The producer has left the room.
He went to go get some coffee.
That means he's not on the button?
No.
Well, fuck that shit. Anyway.
That's what I fucking say, too. To hell with it.
AEW might introduce 2 night pay-per-views following suit of...
If they're going to
WWE
copy
did.
anything from WWE, it better not be that.
Why do you feel that way? I thought 2 night WrestleManias I thought were better.
It
just
depends
curious.
on the show. They only run 4 pay-per-views a year. So why do you need to do? What are you gonna do 2 nights for? You're gonna do the May pay-per-view, or are you gonna do?
On like Double or Nothing, it was like 6 hours long.
I'm sure.
But
I'm sure All Out's gonna be that way too.
Double or Nothing was like super long, but it was such a good show that it didn't feel like it was honestly that long.
What was it? 4.5, wasn't it?
Like
Between
6.
the pre-show and that, it was almost 6 hours.
Yeah. I got hungry.
My butt hurt after a while. Them chairs in MGM are not comfortable.
But you know what? That was a good show.
Hell
That
yeah.
was a damn good show.
Yeah.
So
I hope we get like Dynamite or something here before. I don't hope we don't have to wait till Double or Nothing to get AEW back here.
You probably will.
I
'cause,
looked.
I mean,
I looked, and it looks like most of what they're doing now is East Coast, and they're going to go up into Canada a little bit too.
And I'm sure they'll go to Chicago 79 times before they come here again.
oh yeah, because they're doing like Tony's doing what Bischoff was doing in the mid '90s. Like Halloween Havoc was at Detroit for 2 years, and then we had it for 4 years. Then Starrcade was in Washington D.C. for like 3 or 4 years. So he's just running the same market for his pay-per-views.
No, I'm okay with Double or Nothing coming out here next.
Oh yeah, that we're probably gonna.
He said that's like a permanent thing. I just hope
Yeah.
we don't have to wait like
another year. Until,
literally a year between AEW shows.
Maybe we'll have to talk to him if we run into him. We'll have to talk to him and ask him if he can book a second show out here for us.
I still think when that MSG Sphere thing opens in Vegas, I think we're gonna get more WWE shows just because of Madison Square Gardens and WWE.
How many seats is that going to hold?
Like 14,000, 15,000.
Yeah, it's not a huge facility.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's not big, but the whole thing
It'll
is
be
an
close.
LED screen.
Yeah.
The amount of cool stuff you can do on a wrestling show would probably be out of this world.
I want Jamie to like elaborate on his comment about saying when he's looking at the Blackpool Combat Club, one of these things don't look the same. Like with some of them being from NXT, and like I want him to elaborate on that if he can.
Let's do it. 702-329-6947. Call in and elaborate because that'll be a ton of typing that he'll need to do. So it's interesting. I, for one, when they took WrestleMania because of the pandemic and they broke it up into two nights, I thought it was a great move. And I'm okay with it being that kind of show for WrestleMania. I think you bring up a good point. They AEW, obviously don't have a ton of premier live events, pay-per-views. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think splitting major shows of any kind into 2 nights is not bad. Jamie says all members except one are former NXT members.
Yeah.
So evidently Triple H was doing something right down in NXT.
But like, are you like, what are you trying to say there, Jamie? Like, are you not wanting Wheeler Yuta part of the Blackpool Combat Club, or what? I'm a little confused by that.
Call in, Jamie, because the Chief said so. 702-329-6947. All right, while we wait for his response on that, Brock Lesnar Jr., known as Parker Bordeaux, officially signs with AEW. He made an appearance on TV a couple of weeks ago, I believe, in a quick little appearance, and then now he signed. Do you know anything about that, Matt? How long, or anything about his signing?
I just know he's officially signed. I'm sure Triple H is super mad about that, but Tony got to him before Triple H could. I don't know if Triple H necessarily have brought him back or not. I'm pretty sure he's working on the bigger guys first, but the guy has a lot of potential, and I can see like him having like Brock Lesnar like strength and all that, but I don't think he has like the posteristic like charisma Brock Lesnar has, but it could be like the future of the business possibly.
I just hope Tony Khan doesn't screw him up. I mean, he's already in a. I mean, I guess
he's in the Trustbusters.
Yeah, Chief Spirit stable.
He's in the same stable with Sonny Kiss, so let's see how far this goes.
Yeah, I don't see this going very far at all.
Savannah Bananas. What is Chief doing? I see he's looking down.
Maybe he's talking to Liz, saying how Sandy's doing.
No,
he's on
Liz,
his trusty
Liz signed
Wikipedia.
out.
I'm almost positive.
Yeah, she's signing the chat room, but she's still on text.
I was looking the fucking contract up. Give me a break.
Oh, my God. Jamie says, in answer to you, Thomas, Yuta kind of sticks out not being a former NXT member that was already trained by Regal. He has no problem with Yuta. It just seems kind of biased with everyone but him being trained by Regal. So I think that's what he's trying to say there. So
well, Regal will turn him now. Regal will work with him and just make him more of a badass.
All right, so Thomas, here's a new hosting responsibility for you. Somebody the name of Nicholas Burnett wants to know what butt thrusters was all about.
Butt thrusters.
Thrustbuster.
Oh, Thrustbusters.
Oh, I'm reading it the way Nicholas wrote it. I'm reading it just the way Nicholas wrote it.
What kind of shit's that?
I don't know.
I think he was watching Spice Network instead of TNT.
He better not be.
Oh
not
my
with
gosh.
his kids around.
It's like AEW looks a little different.
All it says is that the young man signed a contract with AEW. It doesn't say how long.
Okay, gotcha.
Length of time. So.
All right, we don't know.
Probably the
So, all
standard.
right, cool.
Probably the standard 3-year contract, like they all signed. The 3-year contract.
With the flexibility that the indies have, and indies I call NWA, AEW, Lucha, and all that. I wonder how many of these wrestlers nowadays really don't want to be tied into multi-year contracts, i.e. Matt Cardona, whether you like him or not. Since he was released from WWE, look what he's make a name for himself by being able to go to all the different promotions.
Yeah, Cardona's done a great job reinventing himself on the indie scene.
Speaking of people I want to bring back to WWE, Cardona is one of them.
Yes, as Cardona, not Zack Ryder. Let him be the guy he's created on the indie scene and Impact.
Absolutely. But in my opinion, if he were to get that call, he should say no and just stick to what's making him the kind of performer he is now. Go ahead, Chief. You giggled at, I think, a couple of comments that had come in there.
Yeah, they're talking smack about me, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I got a new exercise program for you. Just come into the studio and let the Chief drop the elbow on you, Mr. Brandon, if you have the guts. But
it looks like you did that once, and it hurt you more than it hurt the other person.
Hey, as long as you're showing pictures there, Mr. Producer, now that you're back in studio, you guys, this is my studio right now that I am using in order to be connected to the show today. It looks kind of rough, but it's working. So I just wanted you.
We don't feel sorry for you.
Oh, I'm not asking for pity.
We don't feel bad.
I don't want pity because after the show, I'm gonna go swim in the lake again.
We got plenty of elbow room up here. It's nice.
No.
I already did it.
This is a family-friendly show. Remember?
If Aaron's going to talk, he's got to get on the microphone.
Well, what can I say? I lost control a while ago, man. Call in on the phones because the Chief said so.
All right, now, speaking of the Chief there, Mr. Producer, you got another picture ready, I believe, yes? If you do, please let me show that. There you go. There's George Washington's teeth.
Oh, my God.
And dentures that Chief is so proudly have autographed in his set.
Oh, dear Lord.
You don't freaking want to live too long, do you?
Well,
that's
come on.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Hold on. Do you use Colgate or Pledge to clean those?
As they say, my brother, as they say, payback is a motherfucker. And
hey,
your mouth tastes like mint or lemon.
So just wait. Just wait. You may want to think about not coming back for another week or so.
But we know where he is.
But that's okay.
We know his address.
So, are you going to come out of the closet or what?
We know.
Huh?
I think you got to come into the closet to get him.
Did you mute yourself again?
He's so scared he muted himself.
At 1 o'clock, I will be out of the closet.
Will you leave the damn mute button alone?
Look, I had about this much room, and my arm keeps hitting it.
Look, you were showing everybody your setup and all this. I don't care about that. Do not touch the mute button. Put that son of a bitch somewhere.
I can't. It's attached to my headset.
Well, take your headset off then.
Well, you know what? That might be the best way to hear you guys, because I won't be able to.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Do not threaten me with a good time.
Speaking of a good time,
we're losing.
One more note. AEW, Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti got married.
Okay.
Yeah, good for them.
I just said good time. I mean, that's all.
Ty Mello now she's going by.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Because Ty Conti.
Wasn't that her?
Conti was her other married name. Yeah.
Her married name.
So she's using Mello. That's the real one now, isn't it? So her real.
Yeah,
now it's Guevara.
Well,
if she uses it.
Yeah, but Mello's her real last name. Yeah.
Mellow Yellow.
It's Tainara something Mellow la something.
How do you spell the la part?
just so it sounds. La.
Is that with or without teeth?
Without the teeth.
Mellow Yellow drink.
No wonder she got married.
God. All right, yeah. She needed a new name. Well, let's just
Good
get
job,
married.
Sammy. Good job.
Jennifer, we love you, darling. This is why I watch the show. I love how you all joke around with each other. Who says we're joking, Jennifer? But anyway.
Shut up.
Anyway, listen, we're at the bottom of the hour, a few minutes early. Let's take a break because we have to come back. We got birthdays, we got more WWE news, and of course, more pop culture. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Thank you so much, folks. We'll be right back.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. 75% of us are live in the Go Live Vegas studios in Las Vegas. I'm coming to you from the Closed Closet organization here in Havasu City where we support, that's right, I say we had a big fundraiser event. They help people who need a hand up in their life, just need a little support to get them going again, and that's where we are right now. And it is, you know what, this is a lot of fun. We hope you've enjoyed today's show. Chief, to answer your question, as we came back so quick, yes, it's been a great show all the way around.
Buddy.
This is why I love doing this show, because A, we never know what comes out of our mouths for 2 hours. I think Jennifer said it best. We entertain while giving news and giving our opinions, and I think that's what makes us what we feel the #1 wrestling talk show on anywhere in the air.
Definitely agree.
Horseless motorized buggy. Just so you all know, horseless motorized buggy.
Brandon, I want to comment. I just quickly reply. If you need any support and want to know how good the book is, contact Jamie. But private message me after the show, and I'll give you all the details on how to get the book. I am here for you to help you, whatever you need to do regarding. Oh my God.
Chief's driver's license number is 3.
And my phone number is BR549.
Oh my! So who was #1 and 2 then? If Chief was 3,
Adam and Eve.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh!
I thought it was George and Martha. Myself.
I was gonna go with George too, but Matt's better.
I like George and Martha.
That's a good one, especially, yeah, that's not bad. But Adam and Eve technically were 1 and 2.
Well, you know, man, when you can, you know what? When you can laugh at yourself, it's a good day.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
all right,
buddy.
Let's go.
Where are we going now?
Well, we're going to go back to the WWE notes there. There's one match that's coming up, Mr. Justice. kind of topical point to discuss. Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky face Matt's girlfriend.
Lost him again.
You and that mute button, Alexa Bliss, Asuka. No, he did the froze button. Oh, now he just froze himself.
So Alexa.
I get frozen on Alexa Bliss too. It's cool.
I'm thinking Bailey pins Bianca with a belly to belly, and that sets up the one-on-one program.
Stop stealing my ideas. Because I'm pretty sure that Bailey's team is winning that just to set up the Bianca versus Bailey match.
So does that mean that Dakota and Io are going to go against Alexa and Asuka in the tag team match?
Yeah, that's
that same time.
That's got to be like the semifinals.
Yeah, that's a semifinal match.
I was almost positive that was going to be the finals of the whole thing, and then they put them on the same side of the bracket.
I know they did the brackets weird. They did a Raw side and a SmackDown side.
Yeah.
Instead of just breaking it up.
I still say I got my pick, and I think the girls are going to win it.
Really?
Yeah. That was
you put a lot of thought into that one, didn't you?
That was profound, wasn't it?
That was really.
A girl is definitely going to win the match,
though. I can't think of her
though.
damn name, man. Help me out, will you?
Sasha Naomi?
No.
Alexa, Asuka, and Bianca Belair versus
Raquel.
Yeah.
Raquel and Aaliyah.
Yeah, that's who's going to win the belts.
I think that's
Raquel and Aaliyah.
Yeah, they're going to win the belt. Yeah, they are because nobody expects it.
That's true. You're right. You're right. No one expects that. You're right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. No one expects it. But if Sasha and Naomi are coming back like it's rumored, I think you go with Dakota and Io, Kai and Io, Kai and Sky.
So here's my question.
Okay.
Right, here's my question. Realistically, okay. If and when Sasha and Naomi come back, and I'm sure they're going to sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're all expecting it. Do you foresee them A, putting the belts on them right away, and B, and this is the real point I want to make, how much of the trash reading that's been on the internet is true of what really happened between the WWE, Naomi, and Sasha?
Like most of the dirt sheet stuff, I think most of it's bullshit. Because everything that comes out, usually somebody in the business is like, how the hell did they come up with this stuff?
Thank you.
But I don't think, just the way the brackets are laid out, I think the whole tournament's bullshit. And I think that Sasha and Naomi are literally going to come out with a belt to be like, y'all having a tournament to win these? Come get them from us.
Yeah, they could. They have their own sets of belts. They could give them their own sets of belts. Yeah.
That would be a great segment for them to come back, as something you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Because people aren't. I'll get back to it one more time. We need to be surprised. I try not to read a lot about the dirt sheets. I just try not to.
Yeah.
Because I want to be surprised as a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But some of it does make good storylines.
It does. Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
All right? And I think sometimes that creative writing on all fronts of all organizations need to listen to the wrestling fan who's educated. Okay? Not saying, well, let's put The Rock in at WrestleMania because it's going to draw a big crowd. We all know The Rock's going to draw.
Yeah.
Don't make it at WrestleMania. Make it somewhere else where we're not expecting it.
Something that big, you can't really do like unexpectedly.
Yeah, you gotta do it out of the
You want to
WrestleMania.
draw the crowd.
It's an example, okay?
Yeah.
And I agree with you. You want to draw the crowd. Like Omega. When's Omega coming back?
Probably Wednesday night.
Okay. We were talking earlier.
Yeah.
Before you got in studio, Tom and I were talking earlier about Omega coming back and being the tag partner for the Young Bucks in the three-way thing. Just makes sense. All right, but don't tell anybody when he's coming back, or if he does come back, wait until the tag tournament's going to happen.
Yeah.
And don't make him their tag partner. Here's an interesting thought. Make him go against Moxley, okay? And put, and I said this to you, put CM Punk with the Young Bucks.
You're never writing AEW television. You're fired.
Mix it up a little bit.
Mix it up the right way, at least.
I mean,
yeah,
it would
be a good
it
match.
It would be intriguing.
I don't want to see the Young Bucks ever team up with fucking CM Punk.
They
you never know, it may happen.
They wrestled together in ROH. My brother.
20 years ago.
Still,
It
they
could-
wrestled together in ROH.
It could happen one day. We never know. I mean, and they have it, and they have
If
not.
any six-man with CM Punk is going to
Yeah,
win the six-man
yeah,
tag
we
belts,
see-
it's
we
going
see
to
him
be.
back.
It'll be Punk and FTR.
So let me ask you a question. You think Punk should go against Moxley, correct?
Yeah.
Who do you think should win?
Punk.
You do?
Yeah.
Your opinion?
Yeah, I disagree. I want to see Moxley hang.
I think I want to see Moxley keep the belt. Because in my opinion, Moxley's done more for the company than Punk has done in however long he's been back, including...
Chief, right there, you just are making the point, because we talked about this weeks ago, how much impact did CM Punk have when he came back versus the return, when not came back, but when he came into AEW versus Daniel Bryan's return versus, well, Adam Cole. I don't think Punk's return was as big a thing, and up to this point, injury aside, he has not been the bang, the return I don't think people expected. Chief, your comments right there, I think, sort of back up, in opinion, what we talked about a number of weeks ago regarding Punk's return to wrestling.
It's just my opinion, okay? I think, personally, Moxley should keep the belt. Moxley has done more for that company since the company has been on the air and has been formed than CM Punk has done since he's joined the company. Just my opinion.
Absolutely,
not saying that Punk's not a good wrestler, because Punk is a good wrestler. He helps put wrestlers over in matches. Okay, we've seen it up close and personal here in Las Vegas.
In that case, Jericho should be champion, because nobody's literally done more for AEW than Jericho.
I don't disagree with you. Don't disagree with you at all. Okay? I don't. But it's on Tony Khan.
Yeah?
Moxley.
On the other hand, go ahead, Tom.
Moxley and Jericho carried the company through the bad times.
Yes.
With the no crowd era.
Totally agree with that, but should Punk lose, quote unquote, his title because of injury, because of this interim title while he was out? What they should have done is Punk would have to forfeit the title like everybody else has done in the past. When you're out for a while, we still only have one title to talk about. Now you've got interim, you've got his belt, losing the opportunity and title as champion because he was out with an injury in this particular storyline.
Yes.
He can just put Moxley over at All Out. But I think they're going to go...
CM Punk is not losing that match.
I don't think he is either. I want to see Moxley win, but they're going to give it to Punk. They want to see what Punk can do as champion.
Instead of the summer of Punk, we're going to get the fall of Punk. Cause
the fall and winter, yeah. And then I can see maybe...
I want to see Punk versus Omega. That's going to be a good match.
I think that's what we might get at Double or Nothing next year. I think Punk's going to hold the title until next May at Double or Nothing, and then we'll have Omega start chasing him, and then we'll get Omega and Punk at Double or Nothing next year.
It'll be interesting then to see how Punk carries the company.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely.
But another big question mark is, where does MJF fit in all this? He's been persona non grata since May. What's going on with him? No one's seen hide nor hear of him. Where does he fit in all this equation, if anywhere?
You got to start thinking that's like a real situation at this point. If it was
starting to,
storyline
yeah.
driven, he would have had to come out by now.
You would think so. It's been almost 3 months.
We'll tell the story fit in as well. Rumor has it that this is still a 50-50 shoot. Who knows? But MJF would be an interesting formula. Before we go to birthdays, let's quick hit on a couple of others. Becky Lynch, confident she'll be back before WrestleMania 39. Let's hope so. Those separated shoulders, though, can still always their ugly head, even after recovery. Rock teams up with Dark Side Ring for a series called Tales of the Tortoise. What do you think?
I'm looking forward to see what they're going to get out of this.
I'm sure Chief still can't wipe the smile off of his face.
I have one comment. Matt's finally going to get educated.
I know about the territories. It's just boring ass wrestling.
Matt's going to get educated.
Let's watch people get headlocked in different parts of the country.
H blames himself and 0.0 failures. Says he and his team took over creative since didn't have time for NXT, so everything was on him. Was this what point came? The multicolored blend right away is what he was referring to the initial time?
Yeah, when Triple H like had the heart attack and stuff, it literally all fell on Shawn Michaels. So when they decided to rebrand NXT, it was him and his creative team did everything. Everyone kept saying that this is another thing about the dirt sheets too, because they kept saying like Vince and Bruce are in charge of NXT, and Shawn Michaels are like, I wish they were, but it was all me. Yeah. And anything good or bad you want to blame on NXT was me.
So I guess we can celebrate him for Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
we can.
The rise of Mandy Rose.
We can agree to disagree. You know.
Well, you.
I think Shawn. I think Shawn's done a good job with what he had down there. All right.
No, we've been talking shit about NXT for like 6 months straight.
And well, yeah, but you know, we were talking about it as soon. Okay, I'm gonna go off helter kelter here. When Kevin left the show, all right. When Kevin left the show, not carrying Kevin, we all lost some interest in NXT, and I would say the wrestling fans lost an interest in NXT because of. Hello.
Sounds like an alert.
Yeah.
Were flash flood warnings coming?
Hold on, folks. Check. Make sure, man, unless it's something. Hold on.
Amber alert.
Hold on, folks.
It's either that or an Amber alert or something.
Okay, we had an Amber alert. We apologize for that. But what I was saying was, we all enjoyed NXT when Kevin was the champion, both times. Okay, great storylines down there. You had Ciampa down there. You had Johnny, and you had Adam Cole down there. You know, it was a great time then.
Yeah.
When they left, and Kevin was moved up, we all lost interest in NXT, and I really wonder if the wrestling fan lost an interest in NXT.
We are the wrestling fans, and you're just saying we lost interest in it. But
well,
they literally had to start over.
I consider myself a fan, but on certain things, how do I want to put it? We know.
Yeah.
Okay. So from that aspect, I'm not a wrestling fan from that aspect, and that's where I think Shawn, with what Shawn had, Shawn did a good job. And, you know, Vince is Vince. Vince, if it wasn't for Vince, we wouldn't have what we have today.
True.
Okay? But Bruce Pritchard, on the other hand, that SOB needs to go away permanently. And I'll leave it at that.
Speaking of Vince McMahon, where there's smoke, there's fire. Apparently, they uncovered another $5 million unrecorded expenses that were linked to McMahon. So I'm sure there'll be more news coming out about that. And last but not least, before we go to birthdays, WWE Talent expects another draft sometime in the near future. I don't think the draft excites anybody
No.
this time. The first
Nope.
time, maybe, but after that, I think it's a waste of television time.
I think it's a quick way if like Triple H wants to do like all these creative changes. It's a 2-night event to make him do it all in one shot.
Plus, I can understand that mixing up storylines might be another reason too. Chief, go ahead.
And don't tape it. Make it live from Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a bad point.
Where it all started. No. It didn't really start at Madison Square. It started at the old Civic Arena in Washington, D.C. That's where Vince's grandfather started it.
They can do it live from the T-Mobile Arena because I want to go.
There you go. Jamie, listen,
That's
Jamie's
okay.
been away for quite some time, but boy, he is making it up today. His latest comment, what's next? To bring back the Slammies?
Why not?
Why not? All right, with that, it is time for us to acknowledge some birthdays.
Happy
So,
birthday to you.
if you are celebrating a birthday today, we want to wish you a birthday from today through next Friday the 19th. Mr. Thomas, take it away.
If you're celebrating today, you are on August 13th. You're celebrating
April.
with. Yes, April.
Wait a minute, never mind.
It's freaking August.
It is August.
Wrong part of the notebook.
He's fired.
August 13th, ECW legend Spike Dudley and Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. Tomorrow, August 14th, Mr. Bob Backlund, Beautiful Bobby Eaton, Nature Boy Buddy Landell, Kofi Kingston, Johnny Wrestling Johnny Gargano, Bobby Duncombe, and Peter Maivia Jr. August 15th, Iron Mike Tenay. August 16th, current NWA World Champion. No, sorry. Dick Murdoch. I got confused. I'm fired, yeah. Big Cass. Cedric Alexander. Fritz Von Erich. Uncle Elmer. August 17th, Raisa Saeed. Paige. And Samuel Shaw. August 18th, Dr. Tom Pritchard. And August 19th, Lillian Garcia, Velveteen Dream, Percy Watson, and Tim Horner. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday. By the way, Jamie, another good one. Someone give Thomas a field sobriety test.
I probably need one.
Do have one personal one to add tomorrow, August 14th. My dear friend who I've known every week of my life except for she's celebrating a birthday tomorrow. And then on the 16th, my buddy Joel Eunice, he was the best man at my wedding, celebrating birthday the 16th. Just
I got a.
If you want, go ahead.
I got another one too. I was looking on the Facebook list. Our pick for the 2022 Standout Wrestler of the Year, Duke's birthday is Wednesday.
Happy birthday, big fella.
I knew that. I left it off purposely.
Oh, sorry for you.
I'm telling. I'm clipping this. I'm
Okay.
sending it to him.
Good. I'll use a kendo stick on his knees again.
Can you reach that high?
Yeah.
Can you?
Last time it was the shins.
Oh, boy.
I'm happy.
Happy
Jennifer.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Mom. We
So
got
happy
any
birthday.
other
All right,
ones?
we have about 10 minutes left. Now, if you have it, this week, that's important, folks. There's Sharks in the room. Let us know that room. So, you guys for some pop culture, or you
Yeah.
guys have some?
Yeah.
Pop culture is good with me.
Gene LaBelle.
Sad.
That sucks. Huh?
Huh? Marbles. What?
Saw a picture of Chief, kind of looking like he was
It's at 3/4 Halfheimers. He forgot where he was.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Rest in peace, Gene LaBelle.
It sucks that he passed away. He was such a cool guy. When like Ronda first like came in UFC, he was always part of like her little group. So whenever I would see like Ronda and like the little group, I'd always talk to Gene for a little while. He was always like super nice and tell stories like crazy, and hopefully rest in peace. He's a good guy.
I from what I understand, Aaron, I heard that he was a tough trainer who they would put him and Stu Hart as the two toughest people as trainers for professional wrestling, judo, MMA. They were tough, but their people came out on top. So, Gene, rest in peace, my friend.
Absolutely. Another passing that was not much. Anyway, Dan Heck died from an accident. The accident. Aaron, hearing myself.
We also hear like every other syllable.
Yeah, you keep cutting out.
Also, Olivia Newton-John passed away. I forgot to put that on the run sheet.
We know. But yeah, that sucks about both of them. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Anne Hesh is, and I'll take all the crap in the world for that.
She's in a lot of stuff, but she's not that well known, so I'll give you a pass on that. But everybody should know who Olivia Newton-John is.
I know who that is, yeah.
I have a piece of history I want to put out right now. We were talking about Bobby Duncombe Jr. on the birthday list. Anybody know? And do not look it up. Anybody?
You just did whatever you were talking about.
I'm allowed to. Anybody know who his tag team partner was? You'll be very surprised.
Well, he was part of the West Texas Rednecks. But I know that's not who he's talking about. Because he teamed with Wyndham and
his original
and
partner, Bobby Duncombe Jr.'s original partner was John Bradshaw Layfield.
Ah.
He got it right.
Good job, Jamie.
Interesting.
Oh.
You know, sometimes history and trivia is good. Excuse me.
Apparently, might be a little choppy. Dude, I'm going to for the last 7 minutes. You guys throughout the audio. Join our Cavus.
See you, Aaron.
See you next week.
All right, good night.
Here's a good one to talk about in local Vegas pop culture news.
Yeah.
Our goaltender, Robin
Our
Leonard.
piece of shit goaltender that needs to go the fuck away.
Why are you stealing my thunder, man?
Because I can.
I'm the one that sent it to you.
Robin Leonard is out.
I was wondering what you were talking about until I saw the message map popped up in the group chat. I was like, what the fuck?
Robin Leonard is going to be out all season following hip surgery.
Yeah. Here, so I do.
Good riddance.
I do follow hockey, but I'm going to ask the question, and I'm hoping you guys can answer it. With him being out for the season, okay, and you, Thomas, you said injured reserve.
Long-term injured
All right.
reserve, yeah.
So we're able to recoup his contract money for the year?
For salary cap purposes, yes.
For this, so we
have an extra $5 million to play with.
So we're under salary cap right now, if I'm not mistaken. I believe we still.
I can look that up.
And I believe we still have 2 people that we need to sign contracts with. I believe.
Yeah, there's 2 guys that are still under that we can sign a contract.
Right. My thought.
Haig and Lesney something.
Yeah, Lechezen or whatever his name is. Here's my question. Do we go out and, well, first of all, we sign, in my opinion, we signed the 2 guys we need to sign. That's first and foremost. But I would think that they would be under our salary cap, not under the additional $5 million. So do we go out and do we sign another goalie, or do we go out and possibly sign somebody like Phil Kessler or Stastny, who we had here before? Because I was looking, and there's not too many goaltenders out there that
No.
I think would do the job any better than our young boy that was at the Silver Knights, but that came up to our team last year.
I think we need a veteran goaltender to back up Logan, but I don't know if there's anybody really out there that we can trust.
Someone needs to make a call to the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen because he has a no trade clause now, full no trade protection.
Jeez.
So that ain't gonna happen.
No, I just, I just really wonder, and I said this to Thomas before, and I don't know all the particulars, but Vegas Golden Knights, if I was you, I would say, fuck it.
That was the quickest minute of my life.
I would say, buy his contract out and release him. Pay him off, release him, and then let's get on with life. Because somebody told us a long time ago we shouldn't have taken him.
But a lot of people said that the moment he got signed.
Yeah.
But we did. Okay.
Because that was their coach's boy that wanted him.
Yeah, and now the coach isn't there, and
And now we're stuck with him.
Well, I look at it this way: if our youngster does a good job this year, and he comes back next year, make him the number 2 goalie.
I agree
Don't make
100%
him
with
number
that.
1.
Logan Thompson will be good.
Make him number 2.
He might have a rough couple games at first, but he's got it.
Right.
He does. I think we'll be all right.
And with that, folks,
Final thoughts. Go for it.
everybody, be safe, stay hydrated, and watch the school zones for the kiddies. Y'all, see you next week.
Be safe. If you see floodwaters, turn around. Do not drown. Have a good week, everybody.
Everybody have a good week. Drink a Gatorade. Don't
Or
do
2.
anything stupid.
Drink 2 Gatorades and not a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
Woo! You only live once. Make it quick. Screw it.
And for all of us here at Thoughts Count Anywhere, y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys next weekend. Thank you, Triple H, for all of you do.
Yes, thank you, Hunter.